Hey guys, welcome to another week of HTBB Youth. If we haven't met yet, my name is Aaron and I'm so excited for this week because we will be interviewing one of the representatives from HTBB Food Bank. So before we start, let's play an icebreaker game. Well, we hope you guys had fun playing games earlier. Now, I am going to invite one of the moms from HTBB Youth. Her name is Katie Harding. She is married to Reverend Dr. James Harding, who is the principal of SPTC. And all of their children are in HTBB Youth. Agnes, Noah, and Elsie. We're so excited, so let's welcome her on the call.
Hello, Katie. How are you?
Hey, Aaron. I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Well, it's week 2 of MCO, just finishing week 2. It's slowly getting bored at home, but it's good. Staying safe. How about yourself? How's MCO for you?
Yeah, it's okay. Our house is pretty full and busy. It's just tough keeping everyone motivated. I think that's just really hard, just keeping everyone going, everyone motivated, finding some joy in the day, but we're okay.
And also you have 3 teenagers at home. Well, 3 youth, HTBB youth at home.
Yeah.
Agnes, Noah, and Elsie. And I think, some of the kids here may not know you. Some may have seen you from CHTBB. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Katie. We came to Malaysia 4.5 years ago now, and we came with James, my husband, to start the theological college, SPTC, and that's our story in Malaysia. We're still here, still loving it. My kind of work history is I've always been involved in social enterprise and education, and that's my heart and my passion.
Wow, amazing. Well, you said you love Malaysia. I actually have some icebreaker games for you. Now, okay,
Oh, no.
so I'm going to give you two options, and then you're just going to pick one of it. Okay, so it's like a fire question. You got only 3 seconds to answer. Which one would you pick? Okay.
Okay.
So beginning with the first category is food.
Of
Scones
course.
or roti canai?
Roti canai.
Wow, brilliant.
Absolutely. Savoury.
Nasi lemak ayam or fish and chips?
Oh, I think I'll have to go fish and chips there. So good.
It's all right. It's all right. Tea or teh tarik?
Tea. Teh tarik is too sweet for me.
Well, next time maybe you can go less sugar or no sugar. Okay. Next category. This is just random categories. Comedy movies or rom-com?
Comedy movies.
Cars or motorbike?
Cars. All about the safety.
Disney or Marvel?
Marvel.
Last one. HTBB Church or HTBB Youth? No, I'm kidding. Don't answer that one.
Youth,
that was
of course.
Trick. That's Youth, of course. Because you're doing HTBB Youth now.
Yeah.
Amazing. Hey, Katie, just getting to know your kids, just give me a little bit of insight about you and Dr. James. I highly admire you guys, just the way you parent your kid. I had a chance to bunk with Noah during youth camp. Such a cool dude, has his own swag, very chill, very secure with his identity. And we love Agnes. Agnes is brilliant. Agnes did Preach Mania last year. Got to work with her a little bit, and she's amazing. And we are so excited that Elsie just joined us in HTBB Youth. Which brings me to the next question. I missed out this question. So again, same one.
Are you going to ask me which of my favourite children?
Agnes, Noah, or Elsie?
Oh, I knew it! That's so cruel.
I'm kidding. Don't answer that. Well, we are here to hear about HTBB Food Bank. And I'm so excited. And I think just to start us off first, maybe you could tell us a little bit about the idea of feeding the poor. And what does the Bible have to say about it?
Yeah, sure. Well, I've got kind of my favorite feeding the poor verses here, but there are so many all the way throughout the Bible, and especially in the Gospels, Jesus talking about feeding the poor, and this one is from Matthew, so Matthew 25:40 to 45. And it starts, "The king will reply, 'Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did it for me.' Then he will say to those on his left, 'Depart from me, you who are cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger, you did not invite me in. I needed clothes, you did not clothe me. I was sick in prison, and you did not look after me.' They also will answer, 'Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or a stranger or needing clothes or sick or in prison and did not help you?' He will reply, 'Truly I tell you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me.'" And I love that because it is a challenge to us, but it also gives us a really clear way forward. And it shows us that everybody is made in the image of God, and that we are to see everybody being made in the image of God. And it gives us a clear mandate to feed the hungry, to clothe people, to heal the sick, to act. So yeah, that would be my favorite Bible verses on it.
Wow. And I love that you said that we are all made in the image of God, that we are all of same value, just because someone is poor doesn't mean they are on different value than us, but we should treat them equally. And out of this, I think HTBB Food Bank sort of started. And I wonder, maybe you could tell us a little bit about how it started and why.
Sure. So we started the food bank just over a year and a half ago now. And it was out of seeing in the church that there were so many people doing really great stuff, and thinking, right, we need to get our act together and do something as a church, that fulfills this mandate of loving people, of meeting needs. And I always think with social action, I think you and Saren talked about this last week. The place to start is what's around you, what's in your hand, what's the immediate need around you. Just look out your window, look in your community. So that's what we did as HTBB. We looked, we didn't even need to go out of the building, because within HTBB building, there was Mia Marie's congregation, a congregation of refugees who are using the building to meet each week. So this was a great place for us to start. We started conversations, and we saw that there was food insecurity. There were families who didn't know that they would have enough money to feed their families for the week. So there was an easy way for us to partner with them and to help meet that need. And we then looked in the congregation again, and there's a lady who runs a refugee school. So we've partnered with her to again deliver food to the school to meet those again same needs of food insecurity. So we didn't have to look far. We just looked where we were and what was there, what could we do? And food is just, it brings people together all over the world. It brings people together. So food is just a great place to start. So that's where we started with the food bank. And it grew from there.
Wow.
We started with 50 refugee families from the Myanmar congregation, and just over 50 families from the refugee school. And the congregation would come, and when they came to church, they would pick up their food parcels from HTBB each week, and we would deliver to the refugee school. We also started then doing workshops for them to provide skills and training. So we ran a barista workshop at the Eden Cafe, and we did computer training workshops. And we were actually halfway through one of the computer training workshops when M's first MCO hit. So we kind of had to change what we were doing. We realized the families wouldn't be able to come and collect their food parcels, but they desperately still needed them more than ever. So then we started delivering them out to the families, taking the food packs out each week. So distributing, I think during 2020, we delivered over 5,200 food packs.
Wow.
Which was just fantastic. It's great. We've been able to partner with other organizations as well. So the Lost Food Project is an organization a charity in KL that rescues food that supermarkets are going to throw away and redistributes it. So we've worked with them to redistribute that food as well. So making connections with people. It's been a busy few months.
Well, if I'm hearing this, I mean, it started with first providing food, and then there was many things that came out of that. After that, there was providing computer classes, giving workshops, now collaborating with other social enterprise as well. And it's amazing how fast this is growing. It's only 1.5 years old. Is that right?
Yeah. and I have to give a big shout out to Aaron's mum as well, because another thing we've been doing is Aaron's mum, who was a teacher and a volunteer with a food bank, saw the need that the kids can't go to school, so she's been running online computer classes for the food bank families for their children, and she's run over 120 classes during MCO.
Oh, wow.
So again, that's seeing the need and thinking, how can I help, and doing something about it.
Wow, that's so powerful. And actually now it's a great time for a discussion break. And hey guys, maybe you have big dreams or you want to do something great for the community, but it doesn't need to start with on a big scale. You can start with whatever that's around you. So why don't we break for discussion and maybe share about a need that's around you. Maybe there's a family that who's struggling in this time, a friend that's struggling in this time, or maybe a social enterprise that you've been following for a while and you kind of have a heart for them. Why don't we share it in the chat now, and then we'll come back in a bit. Okay, and we are back now. Hope you guys enjoyed the discussion earlier, and hope you also found something about something your friend likes, and maybe it's the same thing. I would encourage you to write this down in a journal, because in February we'll be doing a group project together. So before we continue on, Katie, I've got another icebreaker game to play with you, and this is Guess the Song. So
I'm gonna.
Oh no. Oh
I'm gonna play you songs that is maybe came up in the last 10 years, and let's see how well do you do with the Gen Z songs. Okay, so let me just share the computer music. The moment you if you can guess the title or the name of the singer, that works. Okay. So let's begin with the first one.
Like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet.
Yeah, I know it.
Your mouth still remember the taste of my love.
Because we made up alternative lyrics to it.
Oh, did you?
Which means I can't remember the real lyrics anymore.
It's okay. It's the song title is "Thinking Out Loud" by Ed Sheeran. There you go. That's number one.
Thanks for the help there.
Songs. There's a couple more songs for you. Okay, maybe somewhere closer to home. All right, here you go. Recognize the beat?
I do.
I met you in the dark. You lit me up. You made me feel as though
Dr. James will probably know this in the team.
Yeah, he would. These songs are just all so sad, though. Just
yeah.
I'm not a rom-com or a sad song person, and I can't remember his name.
Well, the same name as your husband. This is really difficult. This Gen Z songs.
It's not. It's really. I know this is easy. I'm just rubbish. What's his name?
His name it's James Arthur.
That's so annoying. I knew it was like two first names, but I couldn't think of the second first name.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone. I'm rubbish.
But it's okay. You know,
sorry,
it's a
guys.
Challenge.
I'm sorry if I'm embarrassed. My children, but
I'm sure they had fun listening to the songs.
Yeah.
Probably the song titles are already coming up in the chat.
Yeah. Like, come on, Mom. Yeah.
Okay, well, coming back to, I would love to hear some stories from the food bank. Maybe, over this course of 1.5 years as you were, is there any testimonies or stories that you could share with us?
Yeah, I mean, there's loads, because things like this, they really make such a difference to people's lives. One that really stands out was a member of the volunteer team for the food bank heard that one of our food bank recipients was having trouble affording milk powder for their baby. And they were having to make the heartbreaking choice of, do we buy milk powder for the baby or do we buy food for the rest of the family?
Wow.
And that's just an impossible choice to have to make. So quickly, this was brought to our attention, and we just started emailing a few people, messaging a few people to say, we're setting up to donate to this. Would you be interested in just donating a little bit? And very quickly, friends messaged friends, and within a week, we were donated enough to buy a year's supply of milk for 50 food bank families, which was just amazing. So from one person...
Hang on, wait. It's 1 year worth of milk, not just for that one family, but for 50 families.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
And I think it shows just the power of one person seeing a need, saying, look, guys, there's this situation, can anyone help? And we were able to, like you said, help that family, but also 49 other families. And people were just so willing to give. That's why we didn't stop after we got enough for that one family. People just, it just kept coming, which is just fantastic. And it's such an encouragement for both our team and for the recipients that they see, that the families see that people want to care and partner with them and support them.
Wow, I love this because I'm reminded of the story when Jesus was wanting to feed the 5,000, and he asked, what do we have? And then this little boy came with his 5 loaves and 2 fishes. I mean, you look at the amount, it's so little and so much people to feed. It sounds ridiculous, but with the little he gave Jesus, God took it, Jesus took it, multiplied it. And he said in the end, there was even leftovers. And I love just seeing that, the story of just wanting to help this one family to get through buying milk, ended up getting 1 year of supply of milk, not just for that one family, but now for 50 families. And I think, guys, HTBB Youth, this is, with the little that you have, take it to the Lord and let him take over from then. So amazing.
He has an amazing way of multiplying what we have. Because what we can give is so little, but it's infinite with God, what he can do with what we give. Yeah.
So good. Well, I'm really excited just hearing these stories, and I wonder maybe someone in HTBB Youth would like to be part of Food Bank. Can you tell us in some ways on how we can be a part of it?
So I tried to think of a couple of practical things that you guys could do, how you could get involved. And I would say the first one is to pray, to pray for us, to pray for the team. It really makes a difference. One thing you could pray for this week is Michael, who's part of our team, will be going out and delivering food packs to our families, and he has to get through police checkpoints to go and deliver the food packages. This week he had to get through 4 police checkpoints, and so just praying that Michael can get through checkpoints safely, for his safety, for the family's safety. That is fantastic. So that was number 1. Number 2 is you can act. There are opportunities through the year when we'll have projects or particular events that you could actually help us out with. Over Christmas time, we did a gift pack for all the families. So we put together 150 gift packs for families. And actually some of the youth came and helped us pack all of these and helped us with the delivery. So things like that, you can actually help us with. I know we're limited at the moment with MCO of what we can do physically, but hopefully that's something that during the year we'll be able to do. So number 1, pray. Number 2, act. Number 3, give. So there are different ways of giving. Finance, so fundraising. There are ways you might want to fundraise. I remember the youth did a fantastic bake sale to raise funds before. Things like that, awesome. Gathering used clothes from your friends that don't fit you anymore or just you don't like anymore. Check with your parents. Things like
don't
that.
Don't steal your parents' clothes. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely. or your brother or sisters. But yeah, clothes, books. We're always in need of books, storybooks, things that you have enjoyed and you may not need anymore. So there are different things you can give. And then finally is supporting your friends who have got a particular passion for this. I think it's really important that we can gather around those people and say, how can I help? Somebody may have a real heart for this and great ideas, but they may need someone else to come alongside them and say, hey, I'm good at organizing, I can help you with this, or I'm great with social media, I can do that aspect. So I think there's really important that we can work together and support people who've got a particular heart for this. So they're my 4 things: pray, act, give, and support your friends.
Brilliant. I love that, especially the last part, supporting your friends. And hey, maybe you're listening to this, Jesus in Social Action, nothing really grips you. It's okay. When we come to our small group project in February, maybe you can support someone in your small group who really has a passion for something, and just offer a helping hand and see how you can be a part of it. Awesome. We are now going to break for discussion, and we can discuss this question: in which of these ways would you like to be involved? So why don't you put your answers in the chat, and then we will come back shortly. Well, I hope you guys got some ideas in, maybe some of the things you can begin doing already this week. And for some of the things that you really want to do, you're unable to do in this time, there's ample of opportunities either in the month of February or when we can gather physically back, and then we can do something more together in the physical scale. Katie, it's been a pleasure having you speaking to us. I'm encouraged just hearing about all that HTBB Food Bank is doing, and I think it's going to inspire the youth as well. Hey, if you feel inspired by today's session, why don't you put in the chat like inspired? And as I invite you, Katie, if you could pray for us.
Sure, I'd love to. Lord, thank you for every person in youth here today. Thank you for the facilitators. Thank you for everybody who is part of youth. Lord, I thank you that you give us the dignity of partnering with you to help the people that we see around us. Thank you that everybody is created in your image. Everybody has value. That includes everyone who's listening now and everyone that we do life with. Lord, I pray that you Lord, you speak to our hearts now. Lord, send your spirit. I pray that you inspire us. I ask that you give us creative ideas of how we can help meet the needs that we see around us. Lord, give us strength, give us inspiration. Lord, I pray that you just put real clear words on people's hearts of what they can do with this project. Lord, I pray that people know that they can make a difference. Jesus, I just ask that you fill every person, keep us safe this week, keep us strong and healthy. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. And hey guys, if you would love someone to pray for you for anything at all, just click in the request prayer button and one of the team will be there to pray with you. Katie, once again, thank you so much. It's such a privilege to be able to have this conversation with you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. And if anyone has any more questions about the food bank or about HTBB Social Action, there's a social action page on the HTBB website, or get in touch. That would be great to hear from you as well.
Brilliant. Guys, have a great week ahead. Take care. See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, a bit of post announcement. This coming Sunday, we have an amazing woman who's going to be speaking to us about Jesus and social action. Get this, she started an NGO at the age of 17, and her work got so recognized that even the Queen of England gave her an award. This is a great opportunity for you to come. Don't come alone, invite a friend to come along. It's going to be an amazing session. So see you this Sunday.